I was reading this article today, and it really kind of it bothers me. I ain't gonna hold you. It bothers me, and it's about sports, and that's why I did the one about Holyfield and Belfort. 58-year-old man fighting a 44-year-old man. We see the outcome. I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good thing. But this story right here is just as bad. I reported on one of these stories some months ago, but now here it comes up again. It's about two MMA fighters, right? One is a transgender by the name of Alana McLaughlin, and the other one, the female MMA fighter, is Celine Provost. And I just really, I don't understand it, to be honest with you. I have nothing against transgenders, LGBTs, none of that. That's not my business. That's their business. But women, children, people in general is my business when it comes to me reporting on this YouTube. It's definitely my business, and I'm going to call it like I see it. I try to call things straight down the middle. I'm not a biased person. I call the shit as it is, and this is what it is. If it bark like a dog, wag his tail, and scrape his ass on the ground, it's probably pretty much a dog. Now look, this transgender mixed martial artist fighter, Alana McLaughlin, who is naturally a man, defeated Celine Provost, and they say her opponent. Yeah, her opponent. Her opponent, if you get me. By a rear naked choke in a Friday debut fight. Right? But I'm going to give you a little backstory on Alana McLaughlin. It says McLaughlin is 38 years old. Began his transition in 2010 after leaving the U.S. Army Special Forces. Transgender fighter beats Celine Provost, a biological female, in 3 minutes and 32 seconds of the second round. And when we think about it, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy. Because, think about it. He transitioned into a woman, right? I understand they're dealing with hormone levels and different things like that. But he once was a guy. And he was a special forces military guy. So he probably could whoop a man's ass too. Because he already had some hell of a training in the military. And now he goes and gets training in the mixed martial arts. So he would be considered to me a bad mother shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But they put him in here with this female and he chokes her out. Boom. Done. Stick a fork in her. Do we agree with those kind of things? We shouldn't. They should have a transgender class, if that's the case. You got men's MMA, women's MMA, and transgender MMA. Now that would make more sense. That's what we need to think about. Instead of these guys that have transitioned into women going inside women's sports and ragdolling them, doing them something vicious. You know what I'm saying? And then I looked at it too, to kind of piggyback it onto the Evander Holyfield's fight. The California Boxing Commission would not clear Evander Holyfield to fight. They wouldn't give him the licensing to fight in California. So guess where he went? He went to Florida, and they cleared him to get knocked out. And you see the report I read on yesterday where California said that's criminal on Holyfield's part and on the boxing commissioner's part. So it's criminal. But now as I was looking through this story, it went on to say, Alana McLaughlin began training in the sport a year ago and was cleared to compete against women by the Florida State Boxing Commission after a hormone level. So, the $1 million question is, would she have been able to be cleared by the California Boxing Commission? You get me? So, is Florida a cesspool for people to come and do it how you want to do it? It's all about the money. We don't care if an old man gets killed. We don't care if a man chokes a woman out. Those are things we have to think about, family. And that's why I come on here, to give us that look. Let's look at this and see, does this even make sense? And 9 times out of 10, the stuff we seeing don't make sense. Because regardless or not, and I'm no scientist or none of that, but I'm apples and oranges. I know the difference from an apple and an orange. If you take the seeds out of an apple, it's still an apple. You take the seeds out of an orange, it's still an orange. So, just because Alana McLaughlin had his seeds took out, he's still a man. And he was allowed to choke out this woman. And I don't think it's fair. And like I say, to the boxing commission, to the sports people, make a transgender division. That way transgender males can compete against transgender males. Transgender women can compete against transgender women. And with that, I'm going to say, this is the new Zenu. North, east, west, south. Unite from every alley in Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.